So the first thing that you're going to do is close them all the way and then push the 0 button to zero out the measurement. And periodically, whenever you're taking your measurements, you want to make sure that when you close these, they actually go to 0. It's really easy to bump the 0 button and start taking a measurement that's incorrect. So once you get them turned on and zero them, there's a couple different ways that you can take a measurement with these. So usually I like to hold the ruler portion with one hand and then use your thumb to slide them gently open and closed on whatever you're going to measure. So the large jaws that are right here are for taking measurements along the outsides of something. And these calipers will go to just over 6 inches. So you get about 6 inches of measuring distance with these. So the large jaws on the bottom are to go on the outside of something. So if you hold on to them and gently push the jaws closed, is taking a measurement like of the diameter of this part. And when you look at the jaws, you want to make sure that where you're taking your measurement is on these flat portions that actually close. If you're like right on the edge of the corners, it's easy to get the measurement to rock back and forth. And if you're measuring something that's really small, if you put the part all the way up at the top, it'll sit in this little indentation and not actually close on where the jaws are. So you want to make sure you're in the flats of the jaws. So use the large jaws to take the measurement of the outside of something. These small jaws on the top are to measure on the inside of something. So same idea, you'll put the inside jaws inside what you're measuring, and then you gently pull them open so that they sit against whatever you're measuring. And it's good practice to measure more than once. It's also good practice to put the calipers in and put a little bit of tension on it and see if you can rock the part back and forth. You'll usually be able to feel where the jaws are not actually sitting flat on the part. And if you're measuring at an angle, then you get a little bit different number than if they're sitting flush against the part. On the right side of the caliper is this little rod that's attached to the sliding portion, and you use this to measure the depth of something. So if you're going to go, say I want to measure from this surface down to the desk, you would set the edge of the body here, and then when you slide the sliding portion down, that extension rod will go down until it hits obstruction on the bottom or the desk or something like that. And then the last way to measure something is on the underside are these 2 steps. And one of the steps moves with the sliding portion of the caliper so that you can measure over ledges. Like if I was going to go from this surface to the surface of the battery, there's not a convenient way to do that using the jaws. You can kind of do that with the depth probe. So for this one, you set one part of the ledge against the edge of the part, and then when you slide the body over, it'll contact that edge, and you can read your measurement off that way. And this is a little bit more stable sometimes for measuring stuff like that. That's your calipers.